Let's bring in American Conservative Union Chair Matt Schlapp and former federal prosecutor Doug Burns. Great to see you both.
Thank you.
First to you, Doug, why an unredacted version given to Congress?
Well, that's interesting because what they're going to do, honestly, is they're going to turn around and do it very tight. In other words, you can come to this room. You remember,
why?
You remember that in other contexts? No, to diffuse the screaming and yelling, which is, you won't provide us unredacted. And they're going to say yes. But having said that, this is important. There's still not going to be things that are prohibited by law, like grand jury material and all that. But certain things that they may have felt was debatable, but not legally prohibited technically, they're going to make it available. But it's going to be on strict rules, last point.
Okay.
You can't disseminate this. All you can do is look at it.
You know, Matt, the Democrats face a credibility issue. All along, they were insisting that they saw collusion with their own eyes. But with all that surveillance, Mueller saw no collusion. And the play here, I think, for Republicans, that memories are short in this news cycle. By the time 2020 rolls around, maybe their Mueller report will be forgotten.
Well, I don't think so, Liz, because I think the bottom line question here is that for 2 years, Democrats lied about evidence of collusion. People like Jerry Nadler and Congressman Schiff talked about, especially Schiff, clear evidence of collusion. They've never come forward with what that evidence is. They always believed that Mueller was going to come to the conclusion that there was evidence of collusion. And, of course, he came to the opposite outcome. And now, Liz, they're falling for the same trap. They're now saying there's some secret stuff in the Mueller report that's going to make the American people believe that the president is guilty of something. Once again, I think I have such trust and confidence in Bill Barr's abilities. He's simply demonstrating, and he's calling their bluff, saying, you want to look at the full report? Fine, look at it. There is nothing here that would cause any honest and fair American to think that their president has committed any crimes.
To Matt's point.
Yes.
President Trump has attacked Rod Rosenstein. President Trump has attacked Robert Mueller. Rod Rosenstein and a team, members of Mueller's team, are working on the redactions.
Right.
And both of those individuals, the Democrats, protected them, right, with saying we're going to pass bills to protect them. So that adds to the credibility of the redacted report, right?
No, there's no question. I mean, working off of Matt's analysis, these people, they pivot so fast. It's unbelievable. Just immediate pivots, immediate pivots. The point is, Rosenstein's no friend in the political calculus of the president, yet he came out and said to the Wall Street Journal, the notion that Bill Barr's misrepresented the full report is bizarre, to use his exact quote, and he was familiar with the full report. Everybody failed to sort of focus on that. So the point is, look, I've said it 100 times till I'm blue in the face. You have the legal discussion, you have the political one. Okay, legally, they did an investigation. They're declining to prosecute. That's usually the end of the story legally. DOJ policy.
But what about the comment about exonerating? You had a comment about that.
No, that's important. And other pundits have said this, but it's worth repeating, which is when a case is declined, nobody's ever said to me in my 33-year career, we're declining the case against your client, Mr. Burns, and by the way, we're fully exonerating him or her.
Yeah,
that's ridiculous. That never happens.
Matt, take that on. Go ahead.
Thank you,
Matt. That's a standard that no American
let me just be
has
clear
to
to the
reach.
viewer. Wait, hang on. I want to be clear to the viewer that the Mueller report, the summary by William Barr, said he's not exonerated. It didn't say he's not fully exonerated, right? Just not exonerated. Matt, you're saying that's standard procedure, right?
Yeah, I'm saying is that when a prosecutor decides to look at your dirty laundry, I'm sure they find things that are offensive. They find things that they might even think that could be an infraction, but they look at and they balance. They have a balancing test to see, okay, are these things serious enough, and can the government indict and prosecute this person? And when a prosecutor decides to not recommend prosecution and not recommend that any indictments be pursued, what they are essentially saying is, you're exonerated. That's exactly what that means. They're never going to use that terminology.
Quickly, Doug, James Comey, is he going to get blowback for saying that he didn't think, spying, the electronic surveillance was spying? Given that the FISA warrants, do you think he's going to have blowback for that?
He did a complete sleight of hand. I'd love to get Matt's reaction. I mean, the point is, he turns around and he says, they're complaining about this. This was court-ordered surveillance. Completely misses the point, begs the question. The argument is, you gave information to the court that was misleading.
That's right.
And that it was.
Remember,
the FISA warrants are being investigated by the DOJ IG. They were
Exactly right.
Yes,
they
and
were
Liz, you know this.
court-sanctioned FISA warrants. Go ahead, final word,
That's
Matt.
right, because Hillary Clinton financed a fake dossier, and then journalists like David Corn made sure it got to the FBI, and then they went to the FISA courts with this political propaganda to get warrants on Carter Page, who, by the way, was not indicted in the Mueller investigation.
It's statement. Court-ordered surveillance is not spying. All right, we're not going to see the end of that story. Matt Schlapp, Doug Burns, thank you so much for your insights tonight. Come back soon.